How about that, huh?
Look at that.
It's beautiful. Hey, for the people listening to us, you're here. You're at Full Contact Fun Addicts, brought to you by On The Mat. Don't forget, you can go to onthemat.com to check out all your latest information, videos, got some techniques and stuff up there. Make sure you check that out. Packed house today. It's awesome, man. We got everybody here today. I even brought a few extra people because every once in a while, I think a couple of shows ago it was just you and I.
Sometimes.
But for the people listening to us, sitting directamente to my left, the man himself, Dando. And sitting directamente to my right, if you can see that way, the man himself, it's Monster Marvin Giovanni Varela, right? Is that the full
That's what it
name
is.
right there? So we got a full house. We got Luis Vargas is sitting in our producer spot today. I would say he is the all-around jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, you name it, from directamente from the Shoot the Box in Long Beach. Have you, real quick before we get started, have you been to the one in Redondo Beach yet?
Yes.
It's real big, though, no? Because the one in Long Beach is kind of small. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Of course, we got Miguel.
Yo.
He's going to be hanging back there, jumping in every day. Got my daughter, Jessica. We got Marvin Giovanni Varela's daughter over here. So it's a packed house today here at Full Contact Fanatics. Got a lot to talk about today. I want to talk a little bit to Marvin about, before we went on the air, we talked a lot about judo and we talked a lot about sambo because a lot of people are not so much in tune with it. You know what I mean? Especially sambo. I mean, especially for I don't want to say just California or whatever, but it's kind of new to the people out here, but it's starting to come to the forefront. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Going to do a little bit of news first, and then we'll get into that, okay?
Yeah, cool. Yep. Other than Fedor, you don't hear about sambo, right?
It's weird because once he started coming out from Pride or whatever, then a lot of people started to talk about it. But it was like strictly Russia. Russia's the one that does it. But it's found its way out here to the California area, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Absolutely. So get into that in a little bit. But first we want to get to some news. Of course, the big news, UFC had the big pay-per-view over the weekend. Now we talk about this a lot on this show, okay? The pay-per-views when they first came out, they were like $20, maybe $25. Now, $60. Well, $100 if you want to see McGregor and them, but they're $60 if you want to watch a pay-per-view. So, to me, I don't have a problem, because I want to help support the boys. I want them to get paid and all that because I don't think mixed martial arts fighters get paid really what they should.
Sure.
So, I'll buy.
We know that.
This one I didn't buy. Now, luckily, like you kind of gamble and you lose. I gambled on the Yoel Romero one because that was when Amanda Nunes and Shevchenko were supposed to have the first fight, and then they pulled out. So the day of when I had just bought it, I said, God darn it. And that pay-per-view was horrible. I'm sorry.
It ruined it. It took away a lot.
Don't let Yoel Romero hear that, but it was terrible. So this one I said, you know what, I'm not going to get it. And especially Ray Borg pulled out at the last minute. That was interesting in itself. Yeah. Ray Borg, Demetrius was going for the belt. I mean, not the belt, the record.
We were all anticipating
that. So Ray
Borg
Borg pulled out. Now, we'll take it around the table. I don't know, was it a weight problem? Do you know?
I don't know what the issue was, but
any idea? Or did he just get sick?
Producer Miguel,
I take it was because he supposedly word was that he fired his nutritionist immediately after they. Pulled him
after
off
he couldn't make it.
Yeah,
his nutritionist went to work for.
Well,
Taco
I don't
Bell.
even think he weighed in. He supposedly got sick. And then they scratched the fight, and then immediately after they said,
which kills it just is horrible all the way around.
Because you're building momentum,
exactly.
Right?
Everybody was looking forward to that fight, which the Amanda Nunes and all the people were looking forward to. But that's
a big bout, but there's a pre-bout.
Exactly.
Well,
they wanted to see first of all if Ray Borg can even hang with Demetrius, and if Demetrius can break the record. So I'm gonna take this question around the table. We'll start with our guest. Ray Borg's missed weight probably 2 or 3 times. Okay, that's what, 125?
Yep.
125. Now, do you think that's enough? He should move up to 135? Or because when you miss a few times, it's no good, right?
Okay, so it should be a little bit, next division up will be better for him, no?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
why struggle going?
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you this. Chael Sonnen, I listened to his broadcast, and he says, I don't know why these people struggle to make this weight and then try to be big in the fight. He goes, I'm going to come in at this weight and be more replenished and more fresh and not have to worry so much about it. Be more
yourself.
Yeah. So would you agree with that?
I do agree, and I think that if I were Ray Borg's boss and Ray Borg is not doing his job, step up and do your job at this. Let's find you a job you can do. Clearly, you're already there.
I can see once because people get sick, things happen.
Once is one
But after
thing.
a couple, 2 or 3 times, and Dana White, I think he's even made, like Kevin Gastelum, he's made him move up in weight. So it would, we'll take it to our friend Luis. What do you think? You think it's better to keep trying, or once you miss 2 times, that's it?
3 times.
Just give it up and
stay in your division. That's the best thing you can do.
Exactly. Move on to the next weight. Miguel, would you agree?
Yeah, if you can't make the weight, I mean, especially like him, he missed it I think 2-3 times already.
It's bad.
That's being nice, right? If you can't get to work at 7, come at 8.
Yeah,
Can't make it at 8. You're out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if
I agree, yeah.
So does I'll pose this question to Miguel because I remember when he fought at King of the Cage, you had to make 145. Does the California State Athletic Commission or the Nevada State Athletic Commission, do they have some sort of, what's the guideline? If you miss a couple of times at that weight, they don't care as long as you try again?
As far as I know, I think they give you a couple. I don't know so much about Nevada. I think Nevada's actually more strict on the weight.
Well, you made weight, so you didn't have to worry about it. But
yeah. But just from the little bit that I knew, I think you get like maybe 2 cracks at it. If you miss both times, then they don't allow you to fight at that weight.
yeah, it makes no sense.
Sure.
So, anyways, remains to be seen what happens. Everybody wanted to see Demetrius. He was ready to roll. Didn't happen. So, move on to the next one. Amanda Nunes against Shevchenko. Worst fight ever. We talk about this a lot on this show. Women's MMA has really come to the forefront, especially with Ronda. And regardless of what anybody says or what anybody thinks, she's the one who put women's MMA on the map. Dana White said, I'm never going to have women's MMA or whatever. Look what happened.
Yeah.
When Ronda came. So she, regardless of what happens, win or lose, she came straight ahead. If she got hit, she kept going and really pushed the fights. Amanda Nunes in her last fight, same thing. I mean, she went right after Ronda and all that. All of a sudden, she fights Shevchenko. What the heck, man? My worst nightmare came true. Shevchenko didn't want to get hit with the power, so she was moving. She would tap her a couple times, move back, or whatever. 5-round, boring fight. They end up giving Amanda Nunes a split decision. Shevchenko says she's gonna appeal it, or whatever. What do you think on that fight?
Yeah, I saw the fight, and I think Shevchenko had that.
Yeah.
Amanda has more, but she didn't give it all.
And it seemed like Amanda would hit her with a little bit of power, but Shevchenko at least kept throwing combinations. I think she even bruised her up a little bit in the face or whatever. But
it was questionable at the very least.
But like they say,
but there's no number 3 for these two.
When you leave it up to the judges,
don't.
Yeah, you never know. Luis, what do you think?
Horrible fight.
Yeah,
it was horrible. Yeah, it's not what you pay $60 for.
There you go.
And
right?
Exactly. See, and Dana's got to be dying because he's like, man, this is a fight. I had to put this in the main event, and they tip-tapped each other to death because people look forward to seeing the women fight just for that reason alone.
Because they
for
go
the aggressiveness.
Yep.
They don't have like no chip, or they have a chip on their shoulder, and then just go right after Miguel.
I thought it was a horrible fight.
Yeah. What the heck?
I don't want to see a number 3. I did think.
They're not going to put up
Shevchenko
another
won.
3.
Yeah.
More aggressive, landed more combos, better combos, like our guest said here.
Yeah.
I think she did more, and I think they only gave Nunes the fight
takedowns.
because of the takedowns in the last round.
Which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But I'm thinking Shevchenko's going to go down a little bit. She's going to have a couple of more fights till she can get that rematch with Amanda Nunes. I think the next fight, I'm hoping that she takes her out, man, and does some damage. But anyways, that remains to be seen. But I got to tell you, I'm going to take it around the horn here too, because we talked about it a couple of times. We talked about it with Chad George.
Tell me what you think.
I knew Rafael Dos Anjos, and we talked about this before we went on the air. I don't know why people think once you get a loss or something that you lose it. So Neil Magny, when I find out Neil Magny is going to fight Rafael Dos Anjos, I thought that's a big step up for that guy. That's a big. Neil Magny's fought something, but that dude's a bad dude.
Yeah.
So he ends up choking him out. Arm triangle choking round 1. What do you think?
Rafael is a really dangerous guy.
Yeah.
On the ground, man.
Yeah. So he's up to. Is he 155 or did he go to 170?
I think it was 170.
Yeah, he went up to 170.
This is a big
you
boy.
Think he'll do well at 170?
I think he'll do.
He seemed like it.
Yeah, no problem. He got the submission.
And that goes to show the whole thing when we're talking about Ray Borg. Keep trying to make 125. Look at Dos Anjos. Went up to 170. Boom. He's still a bad dude. Maybe it's better to not have to worry about making weight and doing a lot of damage. He looked great. I mean, he looked great. So
Your coach should be making that decision. They should be thinking about where you perform your best.
And I think that's
you find that out in the fight camp, right?
Yeah, and I think that'd be
Somebody's
a good
not
matchup.
themselves.
Good matchup for Tyrone Woodley. You know what I mean? At least he's going to give him a fight. He's going to go after him, and if they take it to the ground, he just showed it right there. He's got skills. What do you think, Tyrone Woodley against Rafael Dos Anjos?
That's gonna be a great.
Form-
I will pay $60.
Yeah, see, former champion. It's hey man.
But at the same time, it's like we don't know how it's gonna go. So
Right.
sometimes it's too much
And then when we
respect.
all
Yeah.
go, this is gonna be a great fight. They'll
That's a
tip tap
fact.
each other to death. Miguel, what do you think?
I think it'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dos Anjos looked bigger at
Yeah.
170.
Yeah.
Hey, he looked good.
He
He
looked
looked
good.
good.
He looked
Yeah.
solid. I mean, that guy was
So I
great
think
cut.
he's found something there. So he trains with King's MMA out here in Huntington Beach now and all that. So I think he's even if he doesn't beat Tyrone Woodley, I think he'd give him a better fight. I think he would really go after him and push the fight, win or lose. The dude's gonna do good.
Sorry, real quick.
Go
I
for
have to
it.
interrupt. I actually just came across an MMA news source from Brazil that's reporting that it looks like Jeremy Stevens is getting a crack at the title, either for the post-Christmas UFC or the
Against
Super
Conor?
Bowl. No, against Jose Aldo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. So what did Conor give up the 145 belt and he's just strictly 155?
Yeah. He did. Yeah.
That was the agreement.
Oh.
Wait. Max Holloway's the champ.
Yeah. So there's an interim
Oh, I'm
champ
sorry.
and
You're
Jose.
right. I'm sorry. Yes, it's supposedly it's for an interim title.
What's going
that's
on
what
with
they're
What
Holloway?
is Jose? He just hanging out in the
I
balance
guess
or what?
so. Yeah, because it says for an interim title. I don't know how much truth there is to that.
Man,
But
you know what?
Holloway isn't hurt or nothing, right?
You know what? Let me
Not that I know of.
let me do a quick public service announcement. Ed Soares, let's get you in studio over here. Let's talk about Jose Aldo. What's happening with him? All right, just take that with us. We'll have Ed Soares in here. We'll figure it out. Jeremy Stevens against Max Holloway. I think that would be a good fight. He surprised us because here when we broke everything down and we talked about it, Gilbert Melendez moved up to 140. No, he's been at 145.
He's been
you know?
there, yeah.
And I thought. Jeremy Stevens, hot and cold. Sometimes he's a world beater, and then sometimes he fights. But this one, I mean, he really made a believer out of me. He kicked Gilbert Melendez in the calf and just swelled that thing up. Came in with a good plan, and not just beat him. I mean, he really did damage. Looked
He
good, and he
mowed through
won a
him.
unanimous decision.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Jeremy Stevens
Stevens.
against Max Holloway?
That'll be a really good fight, no?
Yeah, it'd be a good stand-up war.
I don't know. I think Holloway's kind of in a different class than him. I know he just kind of proved himself with Gilbert and things went his way, but
A little bit taller. You know what
They
I mean?
fought
He's got-
already, actually.
Did they really?
Yeah.
And what was the result?
Max smoked him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I figure Max will smoke
But-
him again.
But as my guest over here, Marvin Varela, can attest to,
The
when
monster.
things happen like that, when you get a loss,
Yeah, the
you
stories-
come back even harder. You know?
Stronger.
Yeah.
Stronger.
And it's going to motivate you to
You
get
won
back
the
in
W, no?
Yeah. And especially with the title on the line. Well, let's put it this way: if the Jeremy Stevens that went in against Gilbert Melendez fights Max Holloway that same way, that's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna end up being the winners with that one. We
Oh,
can all
yeah.
agree on that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm there.
That's what we want.
Perfect.
Yep.
Hey,
That's
let's
what
see.
we're working for.
Remains to be seen what happens with Jose Aldo. I got to tell you, I'm really sick of this politics where I want this amount of money. Conor McGregor's making 100 million, so I want 20, and it's getting out of hand. So
Yeah.
Dana's got to, I don't know if it's Dana that has to put a leash on that and round these guys up and get it together or whatever, but he's in a difficult position. You know, he's got to negotiate, well, you know, I don't want to lose my money maker, but then again, I don't want to give him the world. You can't have the inmates running the asylum, right?
Sure.
So-
Where is his role? I mean, they sold the UFC. They are acting participants in UFC, but what decision-making power do they have?
We need to
with,
bring Erin Morrow in here because
she'll
she's
know.
got the answers for
Okay,
those.
okay,
so
okay.
we'll bring her in next week and
We'll
find
bring in
out.
that
So,
expert.
Hey, we'll definitely like to see that fight. But I tell you who surprised me, man, was Henry Cejudo. That dude is improving. And when you're an Olympic gold medalist in
That's
wrestling
right.
and all that, and he had the same weight problems
Mm-hmm.
and everything, it seems like he's got that under control. So he really looked good in this fight. He felt, was it Wilson Reese?
He's
or Reese
explosive.
or whatever they call him.
Henry Cejudo's explosive.
And he even said, you know, it takes a little while. I'm starting to evolve. I'm starting to get this this whole thing or whatever. I would say maybe one more fight and then maybe give him a shot at Demetrius. What do you think?
Who's left?
Really? Well, we talked about that Demetrius cleaning out the division, and he's already beat Henry, but Henry's really starting to look good. It looked like he went back to the drawing board, really starting to work. Looked really good in that
If he
fight.
wants a title shot, he needs to
I would
reinvent
say
himself.
if they make the Borg fight and it goes and he wins, then I would say Henry's in line.
Yeah.
But if Ray Borg wins, then, you know, Demetrius might going to get a rematch and it's going to be a whole thing. But I really think, other than Ray Borg, Henry Cejudo would be the next in line,
I'd like to see it.
especially after that fight.
Yep.
Had not Benavidez gone so downhill like he did.
Ooh, you don't even hear from him anymore.
Nah, that would have been a pretty cool fight,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Cejudo
At that
Benavidez.
time, when he was
Yeah.
on top of his
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Dude, I think this time Cejudo would take care of business. What do you
I
think?
will put Cejudo right away.
Yeah.
Right now he's
I
inspired.
agree. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Now,
There's
not just
nobody
because
else in line.
Now, are you saying that because he's Mexican, or are you saying that because?
both.
Okay. Well,
But
we
I
just,
think he's ready. I think right now he's ready. That's
we
his
just
time.
want, we just want to make sure because we got to bring it to the people. But real quick for the people listening, just you're here. You're at Full Contact Fanatics. Don't forget you can check us out on free admission. Got Marvin Giovanni Varela over to my right. Got my man Dando over to my left. Got our special guest sitting in the producer spot, Luis Vargas, training over there at Shoot the Box and everything, kicking everybody in the face and all that. And of course, Robert bringing us in and out, which
In the
wouldn't be
nuts.
possible if it wasn't for him. Got Miguel over there on mic and chiming in every now and again because there's so much to talk about in MMA. So, real quick before we get going, you know, dude, I watch all the fights, you know, and I try to, you know, break it down and I, you know, all this stuff and all that. And it just, somebody just throws a monkey wrench because the two women matches were the ones I was looking forward to.
Sure.
Plus, they were on the prelims, so
You
know
build
you
them
were
up.
going to
You
get to
talk
see
about
them.
them. Yep.
So, we talked about Ashley Evans Smith on here.
Yep.
And she fought Sarah Moras. Sarah Moras was on the Ultimate Fighter with Ronda. Was Ronda her coach or was Misha? Does anybody remember that?
I don't remember exactly,
I think it was Ronda because she ended up fighting the girl from I was gonna say Argentina, the Venezuelan vixen or whatever. So she kind of looked okay. I think she tapped out the big redheaded girl or whatever that was on there, and then she had a couple fights in the UFC, didn't do well, but since it was Canada, they brought her back, and she was worked from the bottom. I mean, she was on the bottom for I would say probably 3/4 of that round, and kept working and kept working and working. Finally got that arm bar, and once she got over, bam, she
took it.
Ended up taking the arm and popping it out. So it just goes to show,
Technique.
Build.
yeah,
You can build it.
regardless if you're on the bottom, if you work, you know,
Yeah.
you can get that arm bar. So I had what's the like button?
On Facebook, right?
Oh, don't forget if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. If you got some questions or whatever, I got the man right here, Marvin Giovanni Varela. This guy's well versed in judo, jiu-jitsu, sambo. We're gonna talk about that too, because his dad always tells me,
Pitch a
hey,
follow on Instagram, too.
yeah,
That's right.
His dad always
Subscribe.
says, we just work.
Talk
and
to
we,
the monster.
We go compete. We just won't find out what the rules are, and then we go. It doesn't matter to us. So we're gonna, right?
Yeah,
Well-
that's what my professors say. You know, I'll teach you everything, and so whatever sport is, just find out what's the rules. And
Yeah.
So when I do this, well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, but I'll never forget that. That's what he said. He said, "We don't worry about that. We just find out the rules, bam, and we go." So, Ashley Evans Smith gets armbarred. Bam. Now, do you think she's gonna really go down that ladder, or what do you think?
Ashley Evans Smith, I think she's going to come back. I think she got caught. I think she knows she's. I mean, come on.
Now,
I don't think that's going to break her.
in that fight, she was working for the armbar. She had the armbar from the bottom, but Ashley was standing over her, and she had her stacked. And it seemed like if she just kept her stacked and kept working, she could pop that arm out. But I don't know. She kind of stepped over, and once she did, Sarah got
Exposed
that.
the arm, yeah.
Yeah, she got that
Expose
hook,
leg.
dropped her right over, bam, and she was done. Now, Casey Halstead, the jiu-jitsu coach for Colin Oyama, you think
Yeah.
they're going to have to go back to drawing board and work on that, or
I
because she
think
hasn't
that,
been with them for that long, right?
Yeah, they're going to have to work on their basics. Come on, let's get back.
Yeah, I
and-
was gonna say that
you know.
that's pretty basic. You got to keep them stacked and don't let them straighten out that
the
arm. but-
fundamentals,
yeah,
not
so
basics.
we'll see what happens with
Build
that.
those
But
fundamentals.
the other one, Sarah McMahon, who I had her pegged to win this fight and then go on to get a title shot. Okay, she's submitted her last two opponents with the head and arm choke. She went in against Caitlin Vieira. She had her mounted. Sarah had her mounted at the end of the first round, and instead of going for the submission, she just started throwing these punches. They weren't landing, and it just seemed like wild punches or whatever. Caitlin literally had her arm up like this, trying to stop the punches. The arm bar was there.
Yeah, she
for
hung
days.
it out. She hung it out.
Yeah, the time limit expired. Bam, they go back. She ends up trying to go for a throw or whatever. The referee was just about to stop him.
Yeah, when
Because
she
they
did
were
a
stagnant.
takedown.
Bam, she took her down. Once she took her down, she was still in. Sarah was on the bottom. Caitlin was in half guard, and she had the one arm around, but she couldn't go all the way clockwise because the cage was right there. Now, was it a Was it that the cage was so close and she had her here that she was pushing this up against the cage and
the
the
cage
throat?
helped out a lot. I
Yeah.
saw the movement when she switched position.
Right.
She pinned herself and used the cage as a pressure.
Right.
You saw
So
that?
she just kept pushing
Yes,
forward,
yes.
and it just kept pushing on that
Yeah,
on that neck.
you just keep it there and
Yeah.
count it down until they go to sleep.
Because she had that look. Sarah did. She's on the bottom and she sees her going and she's thinking, I don't think she's what I think she's got it. Oh God! And then she tapped. You know what I mean? So she couldn't even see it coming. She just thought, well, she can't go anymore on the cage. And then before you know it, bam, choked out. So Caitlin Vieira, I think she's 8-0. You get an arm triangle choke over Sarah McMahon. I feel so bad for Sarah because she's such a nice person. So now,
And she's a veteran.
yeah.
Been in the game a long time.
That's going to bring Caitlin Vieira up.
Sure.
I think she's going to get the next title shot, or not title, maybe one or two more fights and then go. And so at 135, that's Amanda Nunes, right? Do you
Which brings us back. Who is next in line for Nunes?
see, that's the thing.
We didn't talk about
don't-
it. What
we
do you
don't
think?
know. I don't know if they want Caitlin Vieira up there because they don't want that Brazilian on Brazilian crime or whatever. But I mean, if she's next in line, that's got to be it. But other than her, I mean, I was thinking Sarah.
Yeah, where
I
do we
thought
go?
For sure, Sarah was
Where
going
do
to
we
be
go
up there.
from here? Yeah.
And then Ashley got tapped by Sarah Moras. And Sarah Moras, she hasn't had a couple. I mean, it's wide open.
I hear
right
Holly
now.
Holmes got her target on Cyborg.
Oh wow! I mean,
That's
that-
what
More
I
like
hear.
Cyborg has her target on Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Either way, they're
would be a
looking
good-
at each other.
That would be a good fight, though, right?
that's
Which is
145,
it's a
yeah.
bold statement for Holly Holm.
That's 145. We still got 130. They need to pick up the pace because we've been talking about that all women's MMA card.
Yeah.
So if we could put Cyborg against Holly Holm,
Yep.
and then maybe Amanda Nunes against I don't know
Whoever.
who, somebody who we got, and of course you got what's her name? Not Shevchenko, the 115-pound champ. She could do
Joanna?
damage. Joanna.
Yeah,
Jędrzejczyk.
you wanted to. Yeah,
So that's
she's
huge.
good.
Go ahead, Robert.
Okay,
The
for
Rock.
women's bantamweight, I'll give you guys a rundown from the
Give
top,
it,
the
give
top
it.
5. It's got Raquel Pennington's 5.
Rocky.
Ronda's still at number 4.
I like Raquel.
Juliana Pena is 3.
Okay,
Juliana
Juliana
Peña.
Peña's the Venezuelan vixen.
Yes, she is.
Then Holly Holmes.
She had to change weight classes, though, right?
No, she's still bantamweight. And then
Okay.
Holly Holmes is number 2, and Shevchenko is number 1. And then of course you got Nunes as champ.
Man, that's I don't know, man. Because I the Venezuelan vixen, I thought she was going to do damn, but she lost to Shevchenko, so it's like it's wide open in that division. So, real quick, 2 questions I want to pose to our guests. First of all, you see Ronda still in the top 4. When you've had 2 losses, but you're still in the top 4, that says something. Okay, now we talk about a card. You have Holly Holm against Cyborg, and then if you put Amanda Nunes with the rematch with Ronda, guaranteed that would sell out. Guaranteed. Would you agree?
Ronda with Amanda Nunes.
Ronda will sell it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rematch.
Big.
She wouldn't even have to have a tune-up fight, for lack of a better term, or whatever. Just the comeback
Yeah.
itself. So we'll pose this
That's
question.
something I'll pay.
Yeah,
People
Yeah,
pay
see,
for it.
you see what I'm
I'll
saying?
pay for that.
Now we'll pose this question to Marvin because he's close, in that family. What do you think? First of all, do you think? Well, I've talked to Giovanni about this on my Wednesday show, and he says I personally think Ronda needs to come back. She's a bad jiu-jitsu, judo.
She's young enough.
Yeah,
She's not past her prime.
Yeah, she's definitely still in there. I don't want to see her go to WWE or whatever. I think she comes back. She can still do. I think she'll put Amanda Nunes out with the right mindset or whatever. It'll benefit everybody. It'll solidify her as the top woman in MMA.
Yep.
It'll sell out
Where she
Dallas
belongs.
Cowboy Stadium or whatever. So,
She has
first
a-
of all, do you think she will come back? And second of all, what do you think it'll make to take a comeback?
You know what?
Conor
She's not
Mc-
finished there.
No.
She has a lot more to give.
Yeah.
And I think she's giving herself more room to think about stuff. She has barely got married. No?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she wants to settle on that part, but I think she has, she'll be better
Yeah.
and more dangerous.
But it seems to me like Ronda has to go back to the roots.
And switch
what-
to a different camp, right?
or what got her to the
I think
promised
people
land.
believe that.
Yeah, I mean, when she was tossing people and stuff like that, and then I don't know if it got into her head. Well, you know what? I knocked out. ¿Cómo se llama esta the little chaparrita, the Brazilian girl that she knocked out?
Correa.
Betchich Correa. when she knocked her out, she thought, hey, man, I can knock people out. So she tried to start standing on the feet.
Yeah.
And and then when you run up against Holly Holm, who was all wrong for her, too tall, big kicks and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Footwork.
She gets back to the roots,
Angles
starts digging
for days.
those underhooks and those hips. She will do damage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, real quick, Rhonda, if you're listening, let's come back. You know, we need you. We need you back over here. And I just broke my mic. So, let me fix that real quick. So, anyways, hey, I think that would be great. Who's the Sean Shelby? If you're listening, hey man, let's bring Rhonda back. Let's get her into the mix, and I think it'll be some serious damage. But, anyways, real quick. For the people listening to us here at Free Admission, got Marvin Giovanni Varela right here, and he can speak on that because, you know, with the Highest Stand Grappling Academy and stuff like that. Now, is that where actually Rhonda got her start with Gokor, or was she working with her mom before then, or?
No, I seen
He broke it. Broke.
I seen Rhonda train at Hyasan. I seen Gokor training the grappling. I seen her doing boxing,
Yeah.
kickboxing. I seen her there, you know, hanging out in the little corner with Manny, Caro. And I think she should, you know.
But the judo's what got her to the promised land.
Yeah, and that's her route. I mean, that's what's made her famous on that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you can knock her out. You can knock out.
Benji's Correa.
Yeah, those, but you know, that's good for you. But
Yeah.
stick what you know really good. You know,
Now-
you're dangerous in that part.
Now, who do you think's the one that can talk to her? Because her mom, she you know, it seems like she's tried to talk to her, and you know, Rhonda's a grown woman, you know, whatever. Who do you think it would? Because to me, it would be somebody like Gokor. Like Gokor would say, "Hey,
I was
look,
just
you
about
know,
to say that. Yeah.
yeah, let's get back to the roots. You know, let's solidify your legacy. Let's get back to the roots. Have that fight with the man to put her in the dirt. Bam, we're right back where we wanted to
It'll
be.
be nice if Grandmaster Gokor, you know, she has to call him.
Yeah.
Gokor would not call her.
No,
Gokor would. She has to call him, and it'll be nice to get that team back together and
yeah,
let's see what results. I think we'll have really good results.
right. So Rhonda, if you're listening, we're here for you. All
We're
right.
still family. You know?
Yeah,
We're still
absolutely.
family.
Even though I hardly know them, we're family. So come on back, come on back. Let's do this. Hey, hey man, I'm behind 100%. Travis Hopper Brown. I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to step on no toes, or please don't kill me.
That's Robert's family. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm talking. Yeah, Robert, help us out, bro. Brothers in Paradise.
That's right.
So, anyways, that remains to be seen. But you know, real quick before we get into talking about the judo and the sambo and all that, one more thing, and I'm gonna take this around the table too. Rick Glenn fought Gavin Tucker. Okay, Gavin Tucker's from Canada. Came out. This guy was highly touted. I think he was 8-0
Yeah.
or whatever. Came out in the first round. Looked really good, but I don't know if he got gassed. It looked like Rick Glenn hit him with the knee. It looked like he hit him with the knee in the stomach. You know, and now you coming from shoot the box, you get hit with that knee in the stomach and take the win right out of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he really started to slow down, and Rick Glenn just started taking advantage. Got him to the ground, started throwing some punches, really started to do some damage. Third round comes, same thing. He was just gassed, dude, and whole side of his face swollen. Turns out he had 4 broken bones in his left side of his face. It's about 2 minutes left to go. The guy's a bloody mess. Rick Glenn has his hooks in. He's punching him. The blood everywhere. And I'm thinking, you know, the ref won't stop the fight. Tucker would move for position or whatever, so he let the fight keep going. I personally, this is a big example. We talked about Adam Lynn about this, and we talked to Chad George about this, that they should have threw in the towel, said, hey, look, man, you're taking too much of a beating. You're not going to get the win. I don't want to see you get beat up. Let's live to fight another day. Didn't happen. Went the full 3 rounds, and the dude ends up, you know, with facial fractures and all kinds. He's going to be out for at least a year or whatever. So my thought is, you know, hey, throw the towel in, stop the fight. Let's live to fight another day. Well, give us your thoughts on that.
But we gotta see, you know, what the fighter said to his coach, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
don't throw
Beforehand,
the towel,
what
you
is
know.
the strategy, right?
Yeah.
If it was wear him down by letting him punch you in the face, then let him punch him in the face.
Don't throw the towel. Maybe he hit the towel, you know.
Hey, he had nothing left. I mean, nothing. He was just rolling and getting out.
Some fighters, they
or
prefer,
whatever.
I'll die in the ring, you know.
Yeah.
I'll die in the
Yeah.
octagon, and at least I'll die fighting. Yeah.
Isn't that the warrior spirit, right?
That's the mentality that.
Right?
I mean, but is
Yeah,
there,
just
Give me a
like
good
Melendez.
death.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Right?
know,
Be on
They actually, I
honor.
think they said his corner talked him back into sticking it out. You know.
is there a fine line between being a warrior and being a knucklehead and trying to not be a wuss and saying that? Because like we said before we went on air, if my corner throws in the towel, I can still say, hey man, I wanted to fight, but my corner stopped it. You know what I mean?
Is it a UFC fight we're talking about, or is
Yes.
it Gracie's and their honor and their code
Yeah, I mean,
back in the
UFC
day, right?
I seen my father dislocated his elbow or fingers, put it back and go back on the mat and continue fighting. You know, I seen that. You know,
Yeah.
it's yes, it's
It
the
just depends on the
discipline is
person.
just depending on the athlete. Yeah.
Luis?
That's a contradiction, you know. I mean, it's when you're a fighter, you want to fight no matter what.
Right.
When you're in the corner, I think they're more responsible because they know what
Yeah,
they're
that's
doing.
true.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. If I see as a corner man,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with my fighter, then I will stop the fight.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what the fighters say because it's the safety first all the time.
Yeah.
Us as a fighters, I think we want to go
Yeah.
all the way. If
Yeah.
you kill me there, you kill me there. But actually, it's for your safety. I think the main responsibility is for the
and
corner.
is that what
I
happened
think-
to you
I
when
think
you were
you're
fighting
right.
Tong Po in Thailand?
Yes, that's why.
Back in the day, with
yeah.
just see, that's why he knows.
Yeah.
Because he was the Muay Thai with the little
Yeah.
calzoncillos. But I
No,
don't
but
know.
that's well spoken. I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
It is important,
Yeah.
right? That's
I mean,
what you have.
we
A,
have a corner. Because
that's
Yeah,
why you have a
yeah.
corner.
It's a
Yeah.
fine
And I have
line.
experience like that it happened to me.
Yeah.
And they let go the fight continue, screw me over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but this, I mean, I think the responsibility is in the corner.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And-
How about
So-
producer Miguel? He's got an opinion. I can
Yeah,
see it
can
on
you
his
talk
forehead.
about
Oh.
that before you go out? You say, "Hey, Delo, unless I'm dead, don't throw a towel in."
There's
Even
no-
if I was dead, I don't think he'd throw the towel.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Wait a
talking
minute.
about,
We're talking about yeah. That was the wrong
Let's say
question.
anybody else but him.
I would actually, I would actually have to agree in the sense it's a corner's responsibility, I guess, or you know, more of a precautionary thing.
Yeah.
Because I agree. As a fighter, I think, you know what I mean. You always say, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know.
As long as you got breath in your lungs, you're
but,
good.
But to be honest, I have you have seen fighters that have the balls to keep going, and
Yeah.
eventually they say, "I'm done, dude. Like, I can't." And I respect that. Like, I respect that. I don't. I'm not going to go
and
in.
the referee is in a the worst possible position because of this. Oh, you stopped it too early, and
Yeah.
you should have stopped it.
We've
and
seen
you-
him too early all the
Yeah,
time.
and
At the end of the day, though, I mean, nobody wants to be held responsible for getting,
Brain damage.
Yeah, killed and
Concussions.
pulling an
Look
Apollo
at
Creed.
Diego, man, that guy talks, and
You know?
and even Justin Gaethje,
Yeah,
or
Gaethje,
whatever,
Gaethje.
You see that guy talking, you can see, man, that guy's taking a lot of punishment. You could just see it or whatever. So, anyways, hey, man, we'll see what happens for the people listening at home. If you punch in Gavin Tucker in your Google or whatever images, you'll see just the whole side is just
Hamburger.
big time and swollen and broken bones, and he's gonna have to sip through a straw. And I don't know if it's well, fighters are fighters though,
That's right.
So, anyways, look forward to the next one. Luke Rockhold is fighting this Saturday.
Yeah.
I went on UFC.com to get the card, and it said card is not available yet. I don't know what you're waiting for. Should have been up a long time ago, so we could have talked about it. But
You
hey,
tell
man,
him. You tell him.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, Dana White, let's get it together, bro. I know you got bigger things, but let's go, buddy. Okay, we're trying to plug your stuff, and you don't have nothing up. All right, don't make me send Dondo over there.
Don't make me. Don't make me.
He's gonna upper deck his toilet.
You
That'll
got it?
happen.
Favi, he heard you and he put it up for you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Dana.
So okay, we got
Luke Rockhold.
I'll go with the early prelims. We got I believe it's Jason Sago. He's fighting Bums. I don't know who Bums is.
Never heard of
Bums.
Bungs.
Gilbert Burns. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Gilbert Burns.
How'd you get bungs from Burns?
I apologize for
I
the
don't know.
pigeon speak of our producer.
Then we got Luke Sanders, Felipe Arantes.
Okay.
By the way, didn't Jason Sago end up at Dalo once? Isn't he one of the Canadian guys?
At one time,
Yeah.
he was one of our Canadian guys.
Yeah. Then we got Christoph Jotko versus Uriah Hall.
Okay, Uriah Hall with the mean kick.
Yeah, Anthony Hamilton
Spinning back-
versus Daniel
spinning back kick.
Spitz.
Okay.
Tony Martin versus Olivier Albin Mercier.
Is this a Canada card again?
It is. French Canadian, apparently.
Then we got Justin Ledette El Blanco versus Zhu Eni An Wu Tang.
From the Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah. Then we got Kamaru Usman versus Sergio Moraes.
Oh, okay.
That's that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
interested in
fight.
that.
He was from the Ultimate Fighter, Sergio Morai.
Yeah.
We got Gregor Gillespie versus Jason Gonzalez.
Oh boy.
Then I don't even understand his name. I don't know why he changed it.
Hector Lombard.
Hector Lombard
Okay.
versus Anthony Smith.
So we got steroids against natural.
I don't know.
Steroids against
Yeah,
creatine.
this is all creatine and protein powder.
This one I'm interested in for sure.
Thiago Alves.
Yeah, Mike Perry versus Thiago Alves.
Oh, dude, they brought Thiago Alves out of the mothballs.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, Mike Perry seems like a giant douche.
Yeah, you know he's got that kind of
Yeah.
aura about him. But
I'll put my money on Alves.
Yeah, he. Well,
And-
at
and
least-
Pitbull can throw.
Alves is the same thing. Some days he looks like a world beater. Some days, hey, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say talk about juicing.
Yeah.
Yep,
all I know is at least Mike
that's right.
Perry tries to.
I don't think
finish
that's
every
us.
single
what's
That's
the
all
semi?
acai.
Yeah, that's the sems, and then
What are putting on that?
the last fight, the main events are Luke Rockhold versus David Branch.
Yeah, David Branch coming from Bellator or from World Series of Fighting. That dude's
World
had
Series.
some fights, but Luke Rocco, man, en este una otra nivel. He's on another level, bro. So we'll see what happens. Hey, that's cool, but anyways, at least it's on Fox Sports 1. We'll be able to watch it without having to pay or whatever, so I'm definitely going to check that out. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, real quick for the people listening to us at free admission, don't forget you're here. You're at Full Contact Fanatics. My mic's broke. The clip's gone, so I got to hold it. Sorry, guys. And got Dando over here. And of course, our guest, Marvin Giovanni Varela, better known as Monster Varela.
The monster.
If you want to go check out the new Anaconda Academy, it's at 821 Gardena Boulevard in the city of Gardena, California. If you want to go check it out, it's at 213-674-4343. You got to go check it out. Luis Vargas is here. He's been training over at the Shoot the Box. He's been with me for a long time. This dude's been with me since the Tap Out days. And we actually went down to go check it out when you guys were in Bellflower.
Yeah.
And it was a little
Little square,
small.
right?
Yeah, barely. It was kind of like when Delo was on Lincoln or whatever, small. And Giovanni was all saying, yeah, you know, I'm looking for a good place and I want to get a little bit bigger and all that. And we were like, yeah, dude, little did we know. I mean, not even just the mats and stuff like that. You have full cardio and everything. Real quick for the people listening, explain to us real quick about the gym, all the stuff you have in there.
So we have like in a gym area, we have treadmill, elliptical machines. From there we got the bikes, the speed, I call it speed bikes, bicycles, speedy
heavy metal bikes.
Yeah. We got weights.
Spin bikes.
Spin bikes. There
Yeah.
you go. We got weights. Then we got sauna, punching bag for kickboxing, boxing. We got jump rope for CrossFit area. We got a yoga area. We got a tatami area. We got 3 mats at tatamis. Dressing room for the ladies. For the gentlemen, we got dressing room. We got shower, hot and cold water. We already got shampoos there.
Cold water. What's the-
Yeah. And then we got free Wi-Fi. We got
What?
benches, and then we got the
Sign me
alley,
up.
the alley in the back. So we
Oh,
do
you can
some-
get your amateurs in the alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Alley in the back. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And then what else? Oh, and this is something I don't know if you know, but I think by the end of the year, we're gonna get the place next door
Oh, wow.
gonna be
so you're
growing.
going to expand even more.
Oh wow.
3 times bigger.
Look at you, man.
Yeah.
So
And you said also on the tatami mats or whatever, you double thick them because of so many judo throws?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Those
the
are good
tatami mat's
mats.
like an inch. You know,
Yeah.
Those are good mats,
twice.
man.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to have to go down and check that out. But
Yeah, we'll be over.
You can check us out on Facebook, Giovanni Competition Team or Giovanni BJJ. You'll see the whole video there.
So if you
Very
want to
cool.
check it out, go check those out. It shows everything on the website. And if they want to go down and check it out, can you go and just
Yeah, man.
train for one day? And,
No, the whole week, you know.
oh, the whole week?
Oh,
too?
we have we already set up a only female class.
Oh, wow.
Only female
Now, do
class.
you have to be female to take it, or can you? Because I'll get killed in the male class.
No, only female class. You know, spoke to the Professor Giovanni, and and they will take good care of them. They pay for the whole month, and they get 60 days training.
Oh, wow.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
so 1
That-
month free. You know?
And it's good, you know, for them to start taking some training. But for the people listening to us on free admission, you got to go down and go check it out, because a lot of people they're a little intimidated, especially when you go see judo and they're throwing people wakatelas and bam, you know, they're like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, they get a little intimidated. But I've been to quite a few. I've been to quite a few dojos and jiu-jitsu places, but Giovanni Varela, more of like a family atmosphere. I mean, that dude's since day one. The dude's always welcomed me, always been nice, and always been a big supporter. You know what I mean? So, being the son of Giovanni, is it bred into you, or did he push you, or did you it just 'cause like we're talking about your daughter earlier? You're around it so much that you just get into it and then you just mushroom from there.
See, when I was small, I started, cool. Then when I teenager, something happened. Like,
It just clicked.
no, I kind of went away
Oh,
from
you
it.
left.
Yes, but I was going. You have to go. You have to go. So I was going. So it's with my highest end brothers since Carl, Manny.
Yeah.
They're what 8 years old, 7 years
Yeah.
old. We're training, and I got older, so I stopped. My father was not happy at all. Suddenly, it's clicked a couple years back, and all the knowledge still stayed with me.
Yeah.
That's
Because you're
what-
used to it, because you've been there
Yes,
so much.
yeah.
And then you kept going, you kept moving up or whatever, and then now, dude. So when you're the son of Giovanni, do you say, hey man, I think judo's my thing, man. I just want to do judo. So you got to learn all sambo and everything to get good at judo as well.
No, what I have learned from my professors, which is sambo, jiu-jitsu, grappling, judo. I learned all of it, and since I was really small,
Right.
It's really small. So when it's time to go compete, we say, okay, what's the rules? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do judo. Okay, you cannot. At that time, you could grab legs, but
Yeah.
now, you're not allowed to grab the pants. Okay, so I'll protect. So I'll do my throws.
Yeah.
Sambo and judo throws are not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But
And it was awesome because when the video we were watching before we went on the air, you went against a jiu-jitsu guy,
Yeah.
and right when he shot the leg, you grabbed the belt, and boom,
There you go.
he just went flying,
Oh, yeah.
So
they love to fly with me, for some reason.
Yeah, fly Marvin, and that's what got me when I first started talking to Giovanni, because he goes, the way we teach here and the way we train and the way we work, we go to a competition. All we need to know is the rules, and then we just go from there. So it makes a big difference. So.
Let me show you. Let me tell you. In jiu-jitsu, they show you how to land.
Right.
But they don't prepare you how to get someone on top of you when they land on top of you.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's a good point, because when Rhonda fought, I can't remember who she fought, but she started to go to her back, but her first instinct was to turn, because not to get on her back, and then ended up on top. So, judo's been around for forever. And I think it first started when Caro Parisian first came into the UFC.
Yes.
He was really doing some damage, and people weren't used to that. They were like, what the heck is this? And then he kept going.
14-year-old boy.
Yeah. I mean, the dude was just coming in doing damage. Then, once Rhonda came in, she really brought judo to the forefront, because, she started fighting people. I mean, were just they couldn't figure that. Well, for plus two, it was women's MMA, so it was still fresh. Just as far as that goes, women. Then you put in Rhonda, who's a Olympic caliber judo person, throwing people. Really, really brought it to the forefront. Now, her mom, Ana Maria, she did a seminar in Gracie Barra out there in Corona, and we went to go interview her, and we stayed for the seminar. And I tell the story all the time because I was just so impressed, because she's little lady
person,
like that, and she says, oh yeah, with the right technique or whatever, I could throw anybody, and this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. So we stayed for the seminar, and she's showing the kids, and she's doing some throws and all that, and I thought, well, that's the kids. And I said, well, can you throw Maestro, Sergio, who was probably close to 3 bills back then, at least 2.9, at least. And she said, sure, absolutely, come on over. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna fall on top or whatever. Man, she dug those hips in, and boom. Luckily, there was the big pad that they were using for the kids, because he landed, plancha.
Dubai pad,
Yeah. And you could see the look on his face was like, did she just throw him? Or whatever. And so ever since then, I was like, dude, that lady. And for the people who've never seen or met Rhonda's mom, she is probably as intense or maybe more intense than Rhonda. I mean, that lady is a go-getter. So
somebody had to raise that.
yeah, no doubt. So now that judo's brought to the forefront, you still don't see that many people training judo, and I think that's
I think people are cross training.
They are cross training, but
Yes.
you have to have a really good base. Stick, if you
Isn't that the
Yeah.
truth, right?
Yeah,
With everything. Stick to your
if you
foundation.
I want to learn judo. Let me go train for 30 days. It's
No way.
Bye. Gone. Gone. I have a guy.
that 30, I'm
I
out
got,
here.
Yeah.
I got jiu-jitsu guys come to the academy. I want to get only a month training. Okay, I'll teach you, but it's not gonna stay.
Yeah, you got to stick
It,
with
it doesn't become second nature.
No, it's
You know what I mean?
correct.
Right.
When you train jujitsu, you
Correct.
don't have to think about jujitsu.
Correct. It just it activates your mind. Your
Yes.
mind knows
It's what it becomes what you do.
It's
Yeah.
suddenly your body knows what to do, what's to react.
Just
to
like
that
Wanda,
moment.
when they went to throw her, she automatically
Correct.
went on top and didn't land on
Yes,
her back.
yes.
Makes sense. So, real quick for the people listeners, we're talking to Marvin Giovanni Varela. If you want to go check out Giovanni Varela's Anaconda Academy or whatever, you can check it out. It's at 821 Gardena Boulevard in the city of Gardena, like we talked about. Not only just the mats and all that, it's got cardio, strength and conditioning training, got the bikes and everything like that. So
Pull
you
up
can-
that picture. There's other instructors. Maybe you can tell us about
Yes,
what they do.
we have.
There's a picture of the guys right here. Tell us who's up here.
Okay, right there, up there, the first one who was there is Santiago Hinaldo. That is my
Right there.
jiu-jitsu instructor.
Okay.
The one in black
In
kimono,
the black
that's my
gi, yeah.
Giovanni, that's my father. Then the blue kimono is Gokor Chivishin, our other instructor.
And there you
that's
are.
me when I used to be big.
Burley.
Then we have two more black belts,
Yep.
which Rafael from Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
from Manaus. So he's teaching class, and then we got Spantalio. Rafael is a second-degree black belt on
Teaching the
jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu.
Yes, and Rafael is a third-degree black belt on jiu-jitsu too.
So, are they taking care of the classes right now
yes,
since you're here?
yes, yes.
Oh, that's so, see, that's good, though. Cause
And
if
your
he's
dad
good,
is
you're-
right there. Is he covering judo?
My father does judo too, and he does classes in judo, and then in the jiu-jitsu. But so many blacks we got.
Yeah.
So we got certain time. Okay, you want to train with Giovanni this time. You want to train with Spantalio and spend Professor Rafael. Or
It's a
with-
busy school.
Yeah, so it would behoove
We got
you to
different
go.
hours. We open
to
from
go-
7 in the
yeah.
morning and we close at 10.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Geez.
Yes.
That's,
And the good thing, when you're a member of the martial arts, any martial arts with Sambo, the gym is all open for the athletes,
Members?
for the members. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you only want to use the gym area, like okay, whatever you want to use, it's $10 a month,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And you yourself are getting ready to compete at the International Sambo Championship. It's all with the Mr. Olympia Expo
Correct.
and everything. So we're talking about that. That's the competition Sambo, right?
Yes.
Which you would say what's the difference?
Sports Sambo.
Sambo.
When is that and where is that?
It's this Friday, September 15th. He's going
man.
to go in right now. That's a coming past the taco
Why you're
truck.
looking all thin,
Yeah,
man?
man. Can't be having the burritos de cuerno de chivo
No,
when you're
man.
getting ready to go compete.
Says who? No.
Like we talked about, you don't have to worry about it. You know
No,
the rules and you just go.
You just gotta know, the
No,
What-
no, wait a minute. Because did you say you get in? Did you say you get invited, or did you sign up and then the Honduras itself starts sponsoring you?
sports, the Honduras Sambo Federation. Contact my father, which is my manager.
Right.
Told him, you know what, we want Marvin to do this event.
Yeah.
So they take care that part.
See that's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's beautiful.
I
You
don't.
call
I
Mexico,
don't-
no money for you guys.
my
man.
father say, okay, you're fighting this day, this day, this day. So this is why I fight the 15th.
Uh-huh.
Then after
That's the
that,
Friday.
on the 30th, they haven't confirmed. I think it's Costa Rica or Nicaragua.
Oh, you're going out there?
Yes,
Well, do
Sambo.
you need somebody to carry the bag?
lucky, yeah.
Shoot, I'll
And
go
then
in.
then we got the world champion jiu-jitsu. Then we got Sambo in Russia.
Oh man.
So I'm heading to Russia. That one's already confirmed to go to Russia
Wow.
on November
Wow.
30th.
Represent-
World Sambo for Russia.
So it's good for you. It's good for you that you have the Anaconda Academy because you're always training,
Yeah.
which we talk about a lot.
I can
This
fresh,
you know.
Stay fresh.
Yeah, you got to
Because
stay in that.
I,
keep
not
it
it
only
sharp.
because my
Keep the
professor, it's
tools
my
sharp.
father. You know, like
Yeah.
you.
Because you represent.
My
not
father
only-
goes with a
not
stick.
only-
What? You-
Not only are you representing the Anaconda Academy, the La Familia Dinastia Varela, but
Go
Honduras,
Honduras, the country.
and the whole he's got a lot on it.
And,
Look at that's why his shoulders so big. He got a lot on the shoulders. But it's all good for you guys, though.
Alright, I'm just used to it and fighting with big guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my best to go down a division,
Uh huh.
but once you hit 220, that's just 100 kilos. That's
Yeah.
100 plus kilos, and there's something you can do. Is I'll fight guys 300 pounds for it.
Absolute.
So
But if you have the right technique and you know what you're doing,
Yes.
like you that's in the gym all the time
Yes.
and perfecting the
guess what
techniques and
was
sharpening
I
the
was
tools,
doing Sunday and Saturday
training all day.
training.
And then you've
I
had
wanted to go out. It's no, ándale cabrón. Go
Yeah.
to the gym, go run, Go stretch. And
football games are not
There you
you're in the gym.
I want to eat
Dallas Cowboys.
my
get out of
friend
here.
treat me a barbecue. No, barbecue que nada. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go to the gym. And my dad was there on Sunday, just watching me run, hit the sauna, yes, stretch, meditate, yes, get ready mentally. You have to be
So
ready
that's a lot to
mentally.
do with it.
Mentally, you're ready. If you are like, oh man, I want to go fight, but yes, do it. No, you have to get ready.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have to.
especially if you're representing the country, you know, as well as the
Yeah.
whole family. That's a
That's
lot.
pretty
But,
cool.
yeah, it's good. It's good though. And I've seen, you know, in action, Giovanni and Marvin when they were training over there, and a lot of the techniques, especially he was doing. I remember something. He had somebody in the hip or something, and they were tapping. I was like, oh my, I never seen that before. So it's a lot of different stuff. So it would behoove you to go check out the Anaconda Academy and check out the different things because it's different, you know, not just jiu-jitsu or whatever, and not just judo, but sambo and things like that. So, and then the proof is there. You know, he's going to go represent different sports for his country, for the Giovanni Varela family and all that. It's amazing. So you definitely got to go check it out. And then we talked a little bit about that before we went on the air. Even the kids now. Now, to me, it seems like you didn't even have to push your daughter to start doing it. It seems like she's there so much. It's just like, you know, I want to get into this. I saw that when we went. Remember, bunch of little kids running around, and I'm like, oh my God, they all got belts and they're all training and everything. Because not only her, but a lot of the smaller kids too.
I get them 3 years old.
Oh, jeez, 3 years old.
3 years old.
Imagine you're in kindergarten and you're armbarring
Pre-K, not kinder.
people.
Pre-K.
Pre-K.
Oh, wow.
And you're armbarring
Pre-K.
kids.
Choking kid and all that.
Excuse me, Mr. Varela, can you please come pick up
My
your
sister
kid?
started
We're breaking
pre-K
arms.
and then was holding this kid's hand too hard. The kid like, don't do that. I got you all over the internet. You're a fighter. You cannot touch the kid.
Yeah, but it's good because, you know, especially with, you know, going to school and what's
No,
going on and stuff. It's always good for them to know.
It's really important that kids should know a martial arts.
Yeah.
You know, stick whatever you like. I'm not saying go jiu-jitsu. You know, I love jiu-jitsu, which my martial arts changed my life completely. Like you hear that, and it's true.
Yeah.
So if you want to stick with your MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, kung fu, it will change a kid's life. More confidence,
Yeah, keeps them focused.
focus in school. I have, like I told you, I work for the school district
Yeah.
of City of Compton, and I have a total of I think 16 kids from the City of Compton school district, and all of them are good kids.
Yeah.
And you can see a difference on their grades. And they weren't bad kids, but you see their grades go up because they're more focused on their schools and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It
It's
gives
really,
them,
really important martial arts.
yeah, it gives them a drive or whatever. You see that a lot in your kids?
My daughter, yeah, she have to get good grades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you don't want to get judo thrown in the kitchen or whatever. Come on with a D or something.
I'll give
like
you a
that.
wireless chokeout. Don't
Yeah, but you said even that she's already won tournaments and
it's in the family.
yeah.
Okay, well, for now, my daughter is a California state champion in judo,
Mhm.
2015, and she got 2 gold medals on Jiu-Jitsu World, her first Jiu-Jitsu World, and then
So do
I
you
got.
have like a room that just has all the medals and trophies?
Yeah,
and
they're in the gavetas here. They're in the bed over there. We got so many medals
Yeah.
there. You want one? I'll give you a
stuff?
couple.
Okay, I'll come down. I'll come tomorrow.
You know, and then I not only my daughter, I got sisters. I got small sisters. I got a sister. Her name is Jovi. She's a Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
Yeah.
Then we got Jarin. She's a Jiu-Jitsu world champion too. California state champion. And 4 times national winter national judo champion. And she's only 10. You know, she's been.
But
doing
I think the difference is because we've been there before. It's not like get over here and you do this. It's more fun. Like not I don't know. I mean, fun might be the wrong word, but just the way he teaches the class. Okay, now we're gonna do this. No, get in there and do it. And it was more. It kind of made it more fun.
I make
for
it.
the kids.
I have to adjust the class
Accordingly.
interesting
Yeah. Okay.
because if
Yeah,
there's
'cause how do you keep a 3-year-old focused?
oh you know man I'm surprised kids
Right?
love me. I don't know, for some reason you gotta make the class very interesting because I have those 3-year-olds
Yeah.
fighting and
Yeah.
like you can see videos like they really go at
Yeah,
it.
we saw it.
Yeah, they really go at it. You know, I can see because every 10-15 minutes the kids lose focus on whatever they're
Yeah.
doing. So I gotta switch it around. So I gotta make it like, okay, let's see who can grab their back first. You know, the little game.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
let's see who pins down that person first. Okay, cool. oh, let's see who can get out of the pin, and they make it. Then what I like to do, boys against girls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Make it
big
interesting,
deal.
yeah.
and
Yeah, especially if they take them down, you know.
Now, my training is competition training. Yeah, I know it's kind of rough for competition training for a 3-year-old, but you're not gonna see this little trio that he's gonna fall and make a big deal. Oh,
Yeah,
like no.
yeah, we
My
saw it.
3-year-old will go like, okay,
Okay,
let's go on the level.
Yeah.
You see, I have. Let me see.
Go ahead.
Her name is Maria Jose. Okay, she started with me. She was 3 years old. She's 7. That little girl has 4 times they had stitched her head. 4 times because she likes to jump around and on her room. She's for some reason se abre la cabeza. She can train Maria because she.
It's rough, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Imagine.
And
when she
I'll
gets older,
introduce you
that'd be
to-
nothing for. We talk about stopping fights. She's like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
it's
Keep
una
going.
cosita like this.
Been there since I was 6.
That's amazing. Just to keep the kids focused. Because when I was coaching wrestling, when they got to be, we're talking 16, 17-year-olds, they start noticing girls and all that. And it's like their match is up, and I'm like, what? And they're up in the stands. Hey, come on, what are you doing? Their focus goes this way, to girls and all that stuff. So it was hard for me to reel them in.
Gotta get a girl instructor.
No,
Right? I'm there.
That's true.
no, they respect me. My kids, they call me Coach Marvin or Mr. Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They respect, and they know I'm strict. When it's fun times, it's fun times. If not, we train. If not, okay, well, let's go 200 jumping jacks on the There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do it right. Another 200 until I get tired.
Right.
It's just the discipline of the respect towards your instructor.
Right.
I got parents who comes to me like, Marvin, just give a random name. Let's say Joshua. Joshua doesn't like. I don't have a Joshua in my class, so I'll say that name.
That's cool.
All right. So
I was gonna say
Joshua is
Pepe
not
Posano.
doing. He's not doing his chores at home. He's not doing his homework because his grades went down. Okay, I got this. I'll work with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I know. So I push him. And then like, hey, why are you picking at me? Well, until you do your part at home,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta respect your parents. You gotta respect your teachers. You gotta have good grades. If you have problems with at school, come to your coach. Come to your parents.
Mm-hmm.
We'll help you out. Let's improve our education, and I use martial arts towards that.
Yeah.
So if I use that discipline, it's not the way they used to do it in the 90s or 70s,
Yeah.
like bah, bah, bah. No,
Beat it into you.
Just
Right.
kill them on
That's
workout.
why
Like,
Luis is almost done. They hit him with a stick and
That's why he likes to get
right
kicked.
in the back of the leg.
Oh, it's nothing.
I'll pose this question to you because I pose it to a lot of the guests that we have on here, like Adam and Chad and all that. I told them the same thing. Do you, even though, for you, you've won so much and done so much for the sport, won medals and all that stuff, do you get more satisfaction of winning those things? Or let's say seeing your kids do well and win that gold medal, does that give you more joy than when you win?
see,
If
when
my daughter
I
won a
didn't
gold
have
medal, I would go nuts.
when I did not have
I'd
my
be
daughter.
crying.
When I was myself, and I was getting a gold medal,
Mhm.
okay, I won, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Or I got it for my dad.
Yes.
Or then, I got it for me, or got it for my dad. Now when I do this, it's like I want to leave something that my daughter will be really proud of me.
Right.
Now the medal is just
Material.
there. You go. It's just the hard work I put into it.
Because you can even see when we were watching the video before we went on the air, when Giovanni was he's like, Mátalo, and all that, and then you went, there you go, Miko. See, that would be me. I know you can do it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would get a lot of, you could see the motion. So like when your daughter won, did you get that same like?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
When I coach my daughter, it's like I'm going off on her.
Yeah.
But I'm just coaching her. It's like
Yeah.
you have to be really loud. And when I teach my kids, I get a little bit loud. Like the
Yeah.
Cubanos,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Well, I get it because why, and I tell them why. It's because when you're in a tournament, you if you have a soft voice,
Can't hear nothing.
so you go like, move! I told you to move. Now go the other way. You gotta be really, really loud. And she understands that when I go,
That you're just
up
coaching,
her,
you're not yelling at her.
They say like, Daddy, are you happy? Like, no, I am happy what you do.
Mhm.
I just want you to be happy if you're able to.
Yeah, so
win or lose,
exactly,
just do
you give your all.
best.
Mhm.
I say, I don't want you to get mad if I lose, Lulu. If you lose, only because you want to stand like this, okay, I see, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Let's turn off the camera. We gotta talk. But if you lose by really want to win, and then it gives you a different result that you lost, for me, you won because you wanted to win.
Right.
But if you won by really wanted it, you won it, it's good. You know?
Dan Gable, who's the legend coach from Iowa Wrestling. I was watching an interview with him, and the interviewer asked him, "Hey man, did you get mad when your guys lose?" And he goes, "You know what? I would tell my wrestlers, I don't care if you win or lose." He goes, "I want that guy on the other side to say, I don't ever want to wrestle that guy again.
Yeah.
Even if you lose, I just want him to go off that mat going, I don't ever want to wrestle that guy
Yeah.
again."
Give him hell.
It's it's
Yes.
like that. You
Mate,
bring 100.
you
How
have
can you
to
be mad
leave
at
a
someone
mark.
if they bring
You
100%?
have to leave a mark.
Yeah.
I have fought guys that started to say they have given the fight. When it has to come to a referee decision, and for some reason the referee doesn't like me, I don't know for what reason, they give the fight to the other fighter, and like everyone, what? But I know that guy who won the fight out of me. I know that guy will remember me. Next time he fights with me, I'm gonna I was
time we gotta
being tonight.
finish.
I land on him. I shook him. I did so many tricks, and he didn't want to tap. And I make sure he remembers me the next time he sees my name.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Sakuraba fought Hoist or whatever, and they went that time. And he said, "Hey, man, I probably could have ended the fight here, but I wanted to show him, not so much punish him, but to show him I can keep going, and we're going to keep going." And they
Put him in
ended
deep
up-
water.
Yeah, they ended up
It's
throwing
true.
the towel,
Because there's times that my father say, okay, if you could go deep water, take them, make them feel what you got, because and that's what I do. If I can finish the fight, that's it. And I look at him, and it's like, like the movies. It's true. When they go like this,
Yeah.
and I'm ready, and I see him, and like, okay, so I move,
Yeah.
just play with him,
They want out. You can tell.
You
You've already
have
broken
to
them.
demonstrate, like
You can tell when someone's broken.
Yeah.
They want out. They want to be done.
Why kill the guy if the guy's like, he's already injured, he's already,
They already gave up.
so just play with him and like, okay, cool.
That's it. Well, hey, man, the proof is there. If you want to go down and check it out, you got to go check out Anaconda Academy. Hopefully, hopefully, Giovanni, if you're listening to us, hey, man, it's good to get this guy down here and
That's
talk
right.
about it. We
Very
definitely
cool.
have to get the cameras down.
He's a good dude.
To the Anaconda
Yep.
Academy, so you can see for yourself.
For real.
We'll film everything, all the stuff that you guys have from the beginning. Unfortunately, I'm on a diet, so I can't go out and have the tortas afterwards or whatever, because I know Giovanni would be down for that. But if you want to go check it out, it's Anaconda Academy. It's at 821 Gardena Boulevard in Gardena, California. If you want to give them a call, it's 213-674-4343. I've been doing this for a long time. Since the first day that I met Giovanni Varela, he's treated me like family. Hey man, you're welcome to come down anytime. Hey, I have a problem with this technique. Well, let me show you, man. We'll do this and all that all the time. Anytime I needed a call, hey man, this guy backed out of me. Can you come and talk about it? Absolutely, man. Just give me a call. And he always came on. Luis knows. He's been around forever with me, so he knows because we went down there and talked to him. And I have a tap out banner that all the guys signed when I was going to UFC, and Robbie Lawler signed it and all. I said, man, I got to get Giovanni Varela on that one because that's one special dude. Definitely go check it out. The proof is right here, man. I mean, when they call you to represent your country or whatever, that's when you know you've done something. Because Mexico, United States, there ain't nobody calling me. That's for sure. So, when you do that, go ahead, Robert. You had to say something.
Oh, just a quick question. I didn't get to see this yet. Are we gonna watch this video?
Which one?
The one that we got.
The highlight with the
Let's
throw.
play it out.
Fire it up.
Let it be our play out
Why even ask?
in the jungles of
Wait,
Apocalypto.
let it run, and then we'll talk to Marvin a little bit before we get out of here.
Back in the days, remember those days we used to do the MMA? They used to do the back
Valentudo?
jar.
Oh, yeah.
The back jar
With
and
just
all
the
that.
little calzoncillos.
Like, who wants to fight today? Me? Okay.
Yeah.
How much you weigh?
We don't worry about that. Just come on. That's what Makeco and all that.
Yeah.
Malengo is
There it is.
Yeah. Those are my sponsors, yeah.
Good sponsors,
Super
man.
Bowls.
There
Oh,
it
the
is.
Anaconda.
Marvin Varela.
It's a cool
Yeah, those,
logo.
not all videos are there, but
No
it's a
importa
couple,
de qué
you know.
barrio vengan, quiénes sean sus amigos. Esta es su realidad ahora.
220? Is that what you compete? 220?
No, I'm 238, but
Dang, you don't look it.
Ahora,
those are the
look thin.
newspapers, La Opinión, on the sports, you
si
know,
aceptan este
my
reto,
country, Telemundo.
serán ganadores.
As long as you're not on the alarma, you're okay.
No merecen una
Naga,
oportunidad.
Ronald
Yo
Belt.
digo aquí y ahora
There
es
you go.
importante.
Mata,
Es
Argosia,
distinto cuando uno se
Sambo.
gana las cosas.
No dejes a tus sueños ser
Sambo,
sueños.
there you go. There you go,
Ayer
Sambo.
dijiste
My
mañana,
little
así que
sister.
solo
Look at that, that guy loves to
vuelve
fly.
tus sueños
That's
realidad.
proud.
No
It's
tienes
an honor.
amigos, no tienes apoyo, no puedes
Absolutely.
escapar. No tienes confianza solo en ti mismo.
You hear him, mátalo,
Maldita
eh.
sea, eso es todo lo que necesitas, cree en ti mismo. No me están
There you go.
engañando,
Run it.
se engañan ustedes mismos.
Need his dad.
Escuchen,
There you go, people. That's my son.
The referee guy knows me, you know. He's not like, yeah, watch, you'll see
Tú
right
sí
now.
puedes.
They like to fly. I don't know why, you know.
Debes llegar al
It's a good move. I like
Yeah.
that.
en el que
Look
cualquier
at the
otro
referee guy went and saved the guy because they want the table right there.
Espérate.
Look at that.
No, ¿qué estás esperando?
That move there, Giovanni, is that a Marvin? Is that a...
Mata.
Y esforzarte.
Yeah.
Nada es
Goes from
imposible.
Managi to
tú eres
Sambo.
mucho mejor.
Yeah.
Mr.
Y
Olympia
voy a presionarte hasta
2015.
descubrir.
There you go.
Oh.
Ahora
I don't know
muestren
what
lo que
happened to
tienen.
that guy,
Llegó la
but
hora.
yeah.
El día que han esperado.
We shoot double right there?
Yeah. Look at
Es el
370
momento
pound guy right
de
there.
ver quién tiene agallas.
310
Es el
guy right there.
momento de probarse a sí
You know,
mismos
like instant, you know.
y
I
probar a
just
todos
look
los
at the guy's
demás
Yeah,
shoulder
you
right
can tell just
que
instantly.
valen
Yeah.
algo, que son capaces de hacer algo
Awesome
especial
Abu Dhabi
leverage.
Grand Slam.
que nadie más puede hacer. Están listos para salir y tomar lo que es
That guy didn't
suyo.
want to fight me, so they gave me the fight to
Por lo
me.
que tanto han entrenado.
I even addressed him like, man, come on, let's fight.
Son
dude.
latinos. Están listos para aceptar el reto.
That was cool.
That's cool, man.
It's just
Good for you.
Show, man, the different type of throws and stuff like that. Like
It's instant, you know. You just gotta have una buena base, good base.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a good wrestler, you know what to do. You know, I'm a good judoka. I know what to do.
Yeah.
So you know,
That's awesome. I think that's pretty cool, man. So
but that's my little 3-year-old sister right there fighting.
is
Put
that
her
the
back
one
up,
that
put her
you
back
show
up.
him real quick?
Okay. Well, we can rewind later.
Okay.
Hey, well, let me tell you something, man. It's been a pleasure to have
Yeah.
you on here. For the people listeners at Full Contact Fanatics, make sure you go check out the Anaconda. But we're gonna go down there. I'll
We
try to go
absolutely
down there
will.
before,
Let's do
before
it together.
the 20th, so we can show everybody.
We'll show you guys
Show-
some techniques.
Yeah,
you know,
show a few
some
techniques.
weird.
Well, if you guys don't want to take a few throws, we'll take Luis. Luis don't care, man. Wood floors, whatever.
I got a
Yeah.
10-year-old can throw you right there. There's no problem.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't forget, if you want to check it out, go down to check out the Anaconda Academy. It's at 821 Gardena Boulevard in Gardena, California. Check out Marvin's there. Giovanni's always there. You saw the black belts and everything that are always there. Make sure you check it out. Again, what about your social media? If you put in Monster Varela,
They can put Monster Varela, if not Marvin Giovanni Varela. You'll see what you were seeing on top of the
yeah, and
screen.
you're lucky you saw that video because a lot of them are taken down, so the people
Yeah,
don't get to see what's
no,
going on. So,
they're-
hey, you got to see it here when you
The-
when you come on Full Contact Fanatics on free admission. You get to see stuff like that.
Good stuff,
no,
man. Good
so
stuff,
it's unlock
Fabi.
it for you
Hey
guys.
man, to my boy Dando, appreciate you
Thank you,
as
brother.
always, my friend, and of
My
course,
pleasure.
our main man right here, Marvin Giovanni Varela. Go check him out. Luis, big thanks for coming, man.
Thank
know,
you. Thank you.
Shoot the box over there. Check him out. Gerson Chilipacatelas. I always say that, man. Gerson Chilipaques over at Shoot the Box. Make sure you check him out. McGill, man, a million thank yous. And of course, Robert, couldn't get any of this done if it wasn't for Robert bringing us in and out. Of course, my daughter, and bringing your daughter, making it a family affair.
Yeah,
So
there.
I love
make
it.
sure you check us out every Monday right here, 8 to, we'll go to about 9:15 from now on because it takes us a little while. All the time, free admission. Make sure you check us out. See everybody next Monday. Be there.
All right.